Hey guys, again, figured I'd go for a second video today just because I don't know, the light's better. It's kind of cooling off. I feel good. Anyway, look at this. I made a list, stuff to talk about. Anyway, some things that, I don't know, maybe I thought about. I was like, man, I haven't mentioned any of this stuff, I don't think. But anyway, I'm going to go over some of the stuff that I got down here. So, it's not part of my list, but I don't edit with music. I just play the music. It's just whatever's playing while I'm working. I just leave it on. So, if you were wondering, yes, I listen to music all the time. Anyway, I like old country. I mean, old country. Anyway, so why am I building this bench? Well, I've gotten into woodworking. Um, I don't know. I guess it's always been a passion of mine, but it has grown considerably over the last couple of years, and that's what I plan on doing in retirement anyway. So I might as well get started, right? Anyway, I use exclusively hand tools, which I'll get to in a second. But when you work with hand tools, you don't you don't bring your wood to a machine. You don't bring your wood to a joiner, to a planer, and get it to thickness. You then take it to the table saw and get everything all trued up and squared off and everything. You take your wood, you bring your wood and your project to the bench. So the bench is the heart of the shop when you work with hand tools. And the bench itself, well, for one, it's got to be something that you're wanting to work on. You don't want to build something that's crap, and then you're trying to make fine furniture or rustic furniture, whatever you're making, and you're making it on a crap bench that you don't even want to work on. You're disgusted to even look at it because you didn't take the time to do it right to begin with, and here you are trying to make some good stuff out of wood. Well, it's kind of pointless. But anyway, so the bench has got to be really, really sturdy. I plan on making it 7 feet long. It'll be, I'm gonna cut the legs and make the final height. I want to start out with 38 inches. That's a whole lot taller than what this is. I know some people say like right around where you can drag your knuckles. Well, this is way too low for me. I've been planing on it all day and it sucks getting down that low. I mean, I literally have to like crouch down just to get going on it, and I don't want that. I want it up here. So right there is about 38 inches for me. This is like 32, 33 inches. And so it's going to be about, I'm going to start out with 38 inches and then cut the legs off from there. I think I'm going to end up right about 37, but I don't want to, it's a lot easier to take wood off than it is to put it back on, right? So anyway, 7 feet long, just over 3 feet tall, final height. It'll end up being about 3 feet wide. These tops are going to be roughly 4 5/8 to 4.5 inches thick. It'll have 6 by 6 legs, which are really stout. I haven't seen anybody get that close to such a large piece of lumber for the legs. But anyway, it's all going to be mortise and tenon. for all the stretchers and everything. The only pieces of hardware, metal or whatever I'm going to put in the bench is what fastens the aprons to the legs and what fastens the base to the top through a sacrificial board. It's called a bear. Anyway, and then there will be a shelf down below for me to be able to put all my planes and woodworking tools, most of them anyway, and the rest of them will sit in this tool tray, this tool well that's going to go in here. You can't see what I'm talking about, but it'll all make sense when it comes together. I guess that's about it for the bench. I'm going to put also, try and give you a little bit better. So, yeah, I smoked. Get over it. So this is actually kind of what it'll look like. This is the front side. I'm actually working on the back side, and so there will actually be a vise over here, and there will be a vise back here, right where underneath where the computer's at right now, and there will be a longer apron on this side. That way I can put anything tall on here or whatever, and be able to. I'll have holes drilled all along this apron, and yeah, I have a vise for sharpening my saw, and I have another metal vise that I can clamp into my tail vise, and I also have a lamp that I'm going to put, a removable lamp that I can put, movable, whatever, a portable lamp that I can put wherever I'm working. It's a pretty big thing, got a big long arm on it. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much the bench, and you need something that's really stout and heavy, so that it doesn't move around on you when you're chopping mortises or cutting dovetails, tenons, or whatever. Planing, if you've got something you're planing this way and you get a bite on a plane and it's like shifting around on you, that's never a good thing. So this bench is going to end up being probably somewhere between 300 and 400 pounds altogether. Yeah, it's going to be heavy. It ain't going anywhere once it's together. The good thing about it, and one of the reasons I'm making this the way I'm making it, is you can take it apart and disassemble it and take it with you. Pretty easily. And well, frankly, I need to be able to get it inside of a door and outside the door once it's there, because I got to do all my woodworking inside around here. Anyway, so shout out also to yes, I am a grandfather. I'm a grandpa. I got two beautiful grandsons. Sorry, handsome grandsons. My oldest grandson just went fishing today for his first time with his pop, and I would imagine that's a pretty exciting time, not only for Grady, but also for Alex. I just shout out Alex, I guess. Anyway, So that's awesome. But Grady and Landon have come into come into this world and into my life over the last couple of years, and they're pretty awesome kids, and they got a pretty awesome mom and dad. So, uh, holla. Um, I can't say that when it comes to woodworking, if you're watching this video and you're not like family or friends, you're just kind of watching it or whatever. I'm watching the series and keeping up with it. I have issues with this every day. Every day it's something new. I'm learning something. I'm trying to figure something out, whatever. Especially when you're working with hand tools, it's not easy. Just you're not just it's not just a mindless run the board over a joiner and throw it through a planer and the machine does everything for you. You're doing it all by hand, and trying to get something square by hand, especially something this size, is not as easy as they make it out to be. You see everybody do, and maybe they're maybe they're not. They're doing it so fast and make it look so easy because they're not putting as they're not putting as much. I don't want to say they're not putting craftsmanship into it, but the accuracy that I put into something is something I take. I it's a prideful thing, I guess. I don't know. It's something that I'm known for. It's something that I've done my whole career, my whole life that I can remember, and you know, being precise and precise the first time is something that I've not only strived for but achieved my whole career. So now I'm trying to bring that into woodworking. And I've only been woodworking like this with hand tools for, I don't know, a little over a year, I guess. And I tell you, it's been a journey. I love it. I love every minute of it, even the aggravating times where you're trying, you're trying to figure stuff out, and it gets frustrating too. Sometimes it's frustrating, aggravating, um, but most of the time it's just straight beauty. You get, and that's the whole reason I work with nothing but hand tools is because I want to be, you know, I don't want to get off philosophical. I want to be one with the wood and all that crap. I'm not like that. If you know me, you know I'm not like that. But working with hand tools, you're working with all of your senses. You don't have to wear hearing protection and eye protection and a dust mask and all this crazy crap. You just set your tool up and you go to town and you work the wood. Woodworking. Snow machines. You just you engage all of your senses. You smell the wood. You feel the wood. You hear the wood. You can see all the different things that you're doing to the wood as you're doing it. You get feedback from the tools a whole lot better than you do with any machine equipment or whatever. But I mean, realistically, it is kind of like being one with the project that you're on, type thing. You enjoy it a lot better, a lot more. I think I do anyway. So if you don't, I'm not a hater on machine tools. If you want to use machines to do your woodwork, more power to you. I just choose not to. So. I can't say, and if you didn't know, I'm a machinist by trade, so I make things all day, every day. I have for the last 21 years, 22 years, but um, everything is down to like the smallest measurements. These bugs are crazy right now. But if you can think of, measurements down to a couple of tenths, take a human hair and divide that by like 30, and that's even more than that. But that's about what fractions we deal with on some of the parts that we machine. And so trying to take that precision and put it into wood, a living, well, was once living anyways, and is still moving. um, that's tough. It's tough. It's tougher than it looks. Tougher than you would think. Trying to keep, even trying to keep it within, a 16th, or even a 64th, which is approximately 15 thousandths, about 5 times thicker than a human hair. um, that's tough, but it's doable, and that's what I strive for. Strive for excellence. Trying to make a masterpiece out of everything you do. Um, but I am no pro at this. I'll tell you that. If you've been watching long enough, you know that. I haven't been doing this a long time. I don't always know what I'm talking about. I don't pretend to know everything. Um, there are a lot of things that I do know, and I have been using these tools now for quite some time, and I know a lot about them. I broke them all down. I restored all of them from the way that they came to me, and so I know a lot about them. Every tool that I have, and yeah. Uh, It's not a whole lot left, at least on my list. I do have a joke. Uh, Joke of the day, so to speak. Joke of the video, whatever. But, okay, so here it is. Why did the can crusher quit his job? Because it was soda pressing. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.